Okay, so this was actually the last thing I wanted to see today, because I hate this situation so freaking much. And I've made my fair share of jokes towards Sienna Mae, but like, I was hoping the situation would be over. She pretty much like nobody likes her anymore, and I was like, you know what, that's fine with me. Men are never taken seriously when it comes to accusations of assault. So I was like, you know what? I guess this is as good as it gets. Whatever. But today I saw on my YouTube feed that Jack Wright made a YouTube video. If you guys don't know, Jack Wright dated famous TikToker Sienna Mae. They were both part of the Hype House. Few months ago, there was some controversy in which there was a video that came out about Sienna Mae and accusations that were saying that she assaulted him in his sleep, and everybody kind of turned their back on him. She victimized herself. I already went over that on YouTube before. She's ridiculous. She's dumb. But today, Jack Wright finally broke his silence because for the most part, he's been silent on everything. And today he came out with a 17-minute long video called What Sienna Mae Did to Me. So we're going to watch that and we're going to go through it. And we'll see what he has to say.
I've sat down many times trying to do this. It's been very hard. I want to start off by saying, I just want to say thank you guys so much for your support and for giving me time. I wanted to share what I went through with Sienna and my side of the story. This all started when my friend came out with a tweet because he was worried about me. He actually witnessed a bunch of times what Sienna did to me. After Mason's tweet, their family reached out to our family, told Mason to take down his tweet, and he did. We wanted to settle it offline. Our families and our lawyers got together. My statement was confirming the tweet. It was the truth, and basically that we're handling it offline now. Sienna posted her own version of the statement and said she was going to handle it offline. After that, she basically posted an 8-minute video invalidating my feelings, saying untrue stuff about me, about my friend and my brother.
And don't forget, Sienna Mae apologized for that and then did a freestyle dance to Sam Smith. I'll never forget that. That is probably the worst apology video I've ever seen in my entire life. But
I think the most hurtful thing is that what she did to me, she said it was untrue. That hurt a lot. After that video, another one of my friends came out with the video when I was at a party, like passed out on the couch. When they told me about what happened, they said they pulled her off of me. My twin, a friend, and another friend got in an argument with Sienna saying, "You can't do that. Jack doesn't like you like that." That night she posted a 15-part aggressive.
so he's saying he was asleep in the altercation, which is funny. Not funny, but which is weird because she says the opposite. She says he wasn't awake. You can see his hand move a little bit, but you can't really tell if that's because he's awake or just because she just got off of him, you know? But, yeah.
Video, gaslighting, everything about what happened, how much she loved me, and that I was using her for clout, which was all lies. It was typical gaslighting to a victim. It was, why didn't you stop hanging out with me? Why didn't you tell me in the first place? Someone who explained it perfectly is this guy on TikTok. He posted a video and it was just, he explained like, oh my God.
Oh, no.
He explained everything perfectly.
Is a trauma that you have to process, and sometimes you have to process it alone because an entire society is against you as a man. Sienna, I've watched the video exactly of what happened, the video evidence that I've seen over and over and over again, and you say his hand moves. His hand moves because it falls off of his friend's back.
Yeah?
Your hand is on his crotch. It is not on his upper thigh. He was unconscious. You did a bad thing, and I know you're trying to right it in every way you can because of the account that you have and the following that you have and the life that you're currently living, but I need you to just do us all a favor and admit what you did was wrong. I don't care how touchy-feely your relationship was prior to or after that moment, but just know that he did not speak up, and he did not act any different because he knew a society would be against him as it is. And now that everybody's seen the truth, you just attacked in a way that is supposed to be an apology.
But we live in a freaking society where she got away with it. I mean, she still has a platform. She's still making tons of money. She gets to live in Hawaii by herself and, scot-free. And Jack Wright, the victim in this situation, is the one that's afraid, which is just freaking stupid.
Or righting the wrong. What you're doing is manipulating right now. Any sane person knows that they wouldn't have to go on multiple platforms to post something like this, and they wouldn't be getting angry in the videos that are supposed to be addressing and apologizing. I know you've got a lot to lose, and I know you've got a lot to live for, but here's the truth. You getting worked up because people are trying to get the truth out of you does not make it right to get shitty in a video. Just know that the truth will prevail, and your bullshit lies will come out.
I think his video was one of the reasons why I was okay and was able to not come out with like an
This is so freaking hard to watch.
aggressive
Oh my gosh.
statement like her. I was able just to, I knew the truth. I knew what she did to me. Sienna and I met 4 years ago in high school. She was dating my good friend. And basically it did not turn out well. She cheated on him 2 times, and it kind of like created this whole problem in our friend group. I'm the type of guy that's all for like second chances with people, and I always try to see the good in people. I was in the Hype House. I was going back and forth from LA, and Sienna had just gone viral on a couple videos. She reached out to me and basically asked if I want to do an interview with her in LA, and I said of course. We hung out, reconnected. I showed her around the Hype House, introduced her to all my friends, and I was happy for her, and we just had fun hanging out. I just want to clarify that we both knew that we were just friends. She was seeing and talking to other guys in LA all the time, and I just thought,
Oh, man. It's rough. This is rough. Faux show. But yeah, I mean, you might be saying stuff like how do you know that, you might be saying, why are we spending time on this if you know she's in the wrong? And I understand that, but the thing is because Sienna Mae's a woman, she can get away with this stuff, and I'm sick and tired of letting females get away with crap like that, okay? She actually assaulted a dude, and it's freaking wrong. And I mean, Jack Wright's trying to tell a story, and he's gonna get flack for it, which is stupid.
thought of her as a good friend. We were making videos, we were making dance trends, we had fun. It was just strictly friends, and we both knew that. At this point, nothing inappropriate was happening between us. We were just friends, everything was fine. This next part of the video is very difficult for me to talk about. I've been wanting to talk about it for a long time. So the first incident where Sienna crossed boundaries, it was after filming. We went into the room. I was just chilling on my phone on the bed, and she got naked, like completely naked, nothing on, and straddled me when I was literally just chilling on the bed. But I didn't know what to do.
I thought he was gonna say asleep, like oh my gosh, does Sienna Mae just target anyone that's unconscious?
In like the situation, because it was just like random and weird. Quickly told her, Sienna, get off. We're just friends. Stop. They're trying to make out with me. They're like just doing a bunch of things to me, and I kept on saying, Sienna, stop, get off. I didn't want to like be like aggressive. I didn't want to hurt her, you know. So I pulled her off of me, and it took like a couple of tries because I didn't want to be like too rough, and I went out of the room, and that was like the end of it. The next morning, where she was like, I'm so sorry for doing that. That was, I don't know what went through my head. I had to clarify again that I didn't like her that way. We were just friends. She said sorry, that was it. After that, these type of things kept happening. She would do something and I would forgive her, and she said it wouldn't happen again, and we would go on and making fun videos.
An endless cycle.
After all those type of things kept on happening, the Hawaii incident happened where I was passed out unconscious almost like the whole night. She got on top of me, took advantage of me, groped me.
Wait, what?
Incident happened where, and I would forgive her, and she said it wouldn't happen again, and we would go on and making fun videos. After all those type of things kept on happening, the Hawaii incident happened where I was passed out unconscious almost like the whole night. She got on top of me, took advantage of me, groped me. I'm so glad they pulled her off of me, and honestly I'm glad that they have evidence. After Sienna found out about the video, she said sorry. She said if this got out, she would be done, that it's horrible, and she's working on boundaries, and she was seeking therapy.
Oh, not the therapy. Oh, the classic. Oh, I'm sorry I sexually assaulted you. Let me go get therapy now.
And shortly after, there was a party. I was taking pictures with a couple other girls. We took a picture. Sienna came in, started screaming at me, got mad at the girls, told me to come to her room to talk to me. She started screaming at me, and I was like, Sienna, there's no reason for you to be mad when you're getting with other guys in LA. I can't just take a simple picture with a couple girls. That's when she pulled me in and grabbed me and tried to make out with me, and I got pissed and told her to leave. I wanted to stay at the party, and she kind of had already been yelling at every single person in the party. So two friends wanted to take her home, and while the car was moving, she jumped out of the car, rolled, and said, I have to get back to Jack. So I ran back to the house, and I was like hiding from her, and I was just waiting for her parents to finally pick her up. Looking back now, I don't know why I stayed friends with her, stayed around her.
Me
I
neither.
truly thought she was gonna change for some reason. I feel like she'd say she had so much love for me and that she truly cared for me, and then the next night she would do something like that. She knew I had those boundaries. So when I was at my most like vulnerable state, like when I was arguing, getting heated, or when I was asleep or passed out, that's when she would take advantage of me, because she knew I was at my most vulnerable state.
Yeah, because you're unconscious. Of course you're vulnerable, but I can't wrap my head around how a human would want to make out with someone who isn't even conscious. What do you get out of that? Oh my gosh, this is gross. I'm gonna throw
When
up.
I'm awake, I hated it. I hated that touch. I hated any intimacy with her, because I knew we were just friends. I didn't want that from her. And especially with like the past couple things she did, I didn't want anything to do with that. Over the next couple of months, I was stuck in this toxic cycle. I was stuck with her crying to all my friends, saying that I didn't like her back, and why don't I like her back, and she would get mad at me for not
I wouldn't like somebody that likes to grope me in my sleep, but you know.
caring about her as much as she cared about for me, but she'd also be doing these things to me, and would go see other guys in LA. So it was like, couldn't win at all. I couldn't get out of this. She would constantly come to my house, remember my door codes. It got to the point where I had to like start screaming at her to like get out of my house, because I was so sick of her just like breaking into my house. I would wake up and see her car just sitting outside at like 2 a.m. She would break into my house, and
What?
when I was
What?
wake up and see her car just
Hold on.
sitting outside at like 2 a.m. She would break into my house, and when I was sound asleep, she'd come into my room, and I'd wake up to her hand in my pants, and it wasn't like...
Oh my freaking gosh. Oh my freaking gosh. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. I'm having to watch this back because I can't even
Other guys
comprehend
in
it.
LA. So it was like, couldn't win at all. I couldn't get out of this. She would constantly come to my house, remember my door codes. It got to the point where I had to like start screaming at her to like get out of my house, because I was so sick of her just like breaking into my house. I would wake up and see her car just sitting outside at like 2 a.m. She would break into my house, and when I was sound asleep, she'd come into my room, and I'd wake up to her hand in my pants. And it wasn't like the only time it happened too.
Oh my
I was so like
gosh.
used to it. I was so
Oh my
used to it
gosh.
that
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. It was just like normal for me that I didn't think there was such like a problem at all. Like part of me wants to blame myself for
No, 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 dude. That's the problem, dude. That's the problem with male victims. I mean, society makes you think, oh, there's no way I can be taken advantage of. I'm a physically strong man, so it's probably my fault. I probably did something wrong anyways. No, dude. Frick no. That is frick. These are crimes you are listing off, sir. These are actual crimes. Oh my gosh.
being nice and sticking around after so many times. But now I realize that I was stuck in this like manipulative cycle of her acting like she extremely cared about me, and then that night she would do stuff to me, and it was just so normal for me. I got used to it, which sucks. I feel like no one should have to go through. It's weird. I almost felt like I owed it to her for some reason. I don't know why. Like I felt like she had this like control, like this power over me. It was all, I don't know. I was like stuck. And I feel like you should never have to like worry about like falling asleep and waking up to one of your good friends like touching you, you know?
Bro, most people, when they fall asleep, they're afraid of the boogeyman. Now the new thing's gonna be being afraid of Sienna Mae, cause like, dude, the fact that this happened on multiple occasions. Why didn't any of his friends step in? I don't know. Maybe because he was unconscious in his room. You know.
I was like terrified for some reason, which he shouldn't be from like a person. One night she started ripping off my clothes, touching my crotch area, trying to make out with me. I mean, it was just like same old. I'd say, Sienna, stop, go back to the couch, Sienna, stop. So I like locked the door, she was trying to get in, and I literally just slept on the floor, and she finally went to bed.
Oh, this is so hard to watch. I'm tearing up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tearing up. Because I've heard this too many times, dog. And crap like this is, yeah, this is rough. It's hard to get through, man.
It's like very awkward the next morning, and she'll say sorry, and I'm like, Sienna, this happens so many times. Like, you do not respect boundaries. You just, oh my god. So my dad was born and raised in Hawaii, so we planned a trip to the beach house my dad grew up on in Hawaii, and Sienna's family basically planned the same trip on the same dates. They left a couple days before us.
I would hate my family for that, bro. I would hate my family for that. But he probably felt like he couldn't tell his family all that stuff.
And we were supposed to leave on a certain date. But I didn't want to leave because she already left to go back home, and I did not want to be at home with her because I know she'd find a way to start hanging out with me again. So my mom got a text from Sienna's mom saying that Sienna is on a plane taxiing right now. Hearing that she was coming back, it was like, this cycle is never gonna end.
Yeah, dude had to feel helpless in that situation. Oh my gosh.
It's like, it's gonna be like this forever. That's what it felt like. She was always gonna make her way back towards me. She wasn't respecting my space at all. She knew I wanted my space. There's another time I went to Hawaii with a couple friends for like my trip, and she kind of found a way to get on that trip. Oh. And we went to a party one night. She got mad that I was talking to some girls, and she took me into the bathroom to talk to me.
I don't even want to listen to what's next, bro.
Saying that she wanted to leave. She was blocking the door, so like I couldn't just like throw her out of the way. All I had was, stop, Sienna, don't do that. If I come out, she will like scream at me in front of everyone and think that I did something. I mean, I feel like no one believes a male, especially in like that type of situation. Yeah, she was on the counter and wrapped her legs around me and started like, let me out of the bathroom. Yeah, just weird stuff.
And to the people who want to say, just throw her out of the way, if you throw a chick out of the way, even if she's trying to RAPE you, then all of a sudden it's a case on you and you're going to jail, because that's how fricked up we are nowadays.
That night we went home, made sure we had like different rooms to stay in. And I got in the shower and she picked the lock of my door. I made sure to lock the doors, but she picked the lock and walked in. I was in the shower.
She what? She what?
Let me out of the bathroom. Yeah, just weird stuff. That night we went home, made sure we had like different rooms to stay in. And I got in the shower and she picked the lock of my door. I made sure to lock the doors, but she picked the lock and walked in. I was in the shower. All I heard was just like the door opening. And that's when I was just done. I screamed at her, told her to get out. She started crying. She went and slept in my bed. And I went to my friend.
It's so believable. And it's so believable too. It's so believable from coming. I wouldn't believe you if it wasn't Sienna Mae. Oh my gosh, dude.
Friend's trundle bed that was like upstairs, and that's how like the night ended. So now we're caught up to when everything went public, when Mason posted his tweet. Since everything was brought to social media, multiple guys came out to me and said that Sienna did similar things to them.
Oh my
And
gosh.
basically, I'm
okay. Hey, bro, just saw your TikTok. If it's about Sienna, she's also really aggressive towards me, to a point where friends had to like keep hiding me from her. Crap made me really uncomfortable. I was drunk, sleeping on a couch, and woke up to the homie saying WTF, because she had just gotten on top of me and was sleeping on me, but she was kissing my neck. I don't want this to go anywhere, but I want to tell you, Sienna, low-key, you know what that says. Me, when I was hecka drunk and talking to a different girl. It's probably like 6 months ago, so thanks for coming out and talking about it. This makes me feel a lot better. Sienna low-key did the same crap to me at a party. Jack was there. I was drunk, so I was talking to her, and she grabbed my face and started making out with me, and I was trying to push her off. I never told her I wanted to kiss or anything. It was so uncomfortable. This is way before they were into a thing. I don't want to make it public. It sounds like this guy's scared of Jack, like, finding out this girl's wild. This way they were before even a thing. Oh my gosh, dude.
I'll show the text right now. I asked all of them for permission to post, crossed out all their names. We don't want her to hurt anybody else. We don't want anyone to go through that experience. At the time, it feels humiliating. You feel like you have no power. You have no control in the situation. You feel it. I don't know. It's horrible. I just want to start off by saying that I didn't stay silent in this situation over these last couple months. I talked to my friends, my family,
Good.
my parents, counselors.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, like, yeah, Sienna Mae sucks. She should probably be in jail for this crap. But, I mean, guys unalive themselves from stuff like this. And, you know, his mental health is very important in this situation.
And I was able to process everything. I don't think I'll ever be the same person I was before Sienna. It sucks, and there's gonna be people that try to take advantage of you and get you at your most vulnerable state, and that's not fair. That's not fair at all. And it's a lot of the time it's usually like the nice people that like let people walk all over them. And that was me. Like, I let everyone just walk all over me, no matter what. Like, I would do anything for anyone. And I think that's one of the things she gave me, was I learned how to be more bold and finally say no, and know that it was right to speak out. I feel like people don't know what you go through until you're in it, and it's definitely like humiliating, weird, awkward. I want to be that person that says it's okay It's okay to speak out. You're not gonna be known for that. It's just a little obstacle that you have to get through. It's something you have to get through, and um, it sucks. But I feel like in my situation, like I've just learned. You learn from it. I've learned so much from everything. I've grown so much as a person. It's insane. And as of Sienna, I don't know if she'll ever be sorry. I don't know if she'll ever learn from what she did or she'll ever admit to what she did. But I just don't want her to do this to other people. If you've been through a similar situation as me, I encourage you just to speak out. Speak out to anyone. And trust me, it helps so much. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening to me and letting me take time and breathe and process everything. And I'm glad I'm finally ready to tell the world my story. If you're watching right now and you've been through a situation like mine, I just want to say your feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid, your opinion is valid. I believe you, and I want you to know that you can talk to someone, you can talk to anyone, you can talk to me. But that's how I want to end it off. I love you guys.
Love you too. Alright, so that's Jack's video. That was freaking difficult to watch. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. I mean, I like the message, and even though I wish there was more evidence than just that video, and the other accounts as well. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think Sienna Mae is going to end up in jail, even though she probably should. I don't think a lawyer's going to take that over, especially since it's a man, and men aren't taken seriously when it comes to sexual assault cases. But that's the unfortunate thing about today. I think the important thing when it comes to situations like this is sending positive vibes to the creator, uplifting Jack as a man, because it is difficult to come out about things like this, because it can be switched on you like that, and it probably will. I imagine Sienna Mae will probably try to come out with videos, calling Jack whatever, coming out with another 8-part apology video. Maybe she'll dance to another Sam Smith song in an apology video. There's no way this chick deserves a platform. I'm not a fan of cancel culture. Never have been. Never will be. But holy crap, there is no way this chick deserves a platform, because actual criminal and an actual danger to society. This is a situation where somebody does deserve to lose their platform. If you disagree, I don't care. You're wrong. I don't really want to hear Sienna Mae's side of the story. I think the best move for Sienna Mae would just be to hunker down in Hawaii and get an actual job and go off the grid. But I know that's not going to happen, because in situations like this, nothing like that ever happens. So I guess the best thing we can do is go over, report her account, do whatever you can. But yeah, man, I know a lot of dudes, while I've been watching this video, have been talking in Twitch chat saying, man, I really see myself in him, and me too. It's just unfortunate that a lot of guys have to go through stuff like this. I've gone through stuff like that. It's hard to get through, and but you can get through it. It's important. It's important to do what Jack did, which is talk about it, maybe not in a full-length YouTube video, but the important thing is talking about it to people you trust, your friends, your family, etc. So, yeah, let's, let me see here. Let's see, how... Oh, guys, look, Sienna Mae just turned 18, so, she can go to big girl jail. Probably not gonna happen, but it's okay. Anyways, guys, it's yeah, dude, it's ridiculous. Sad situation. Crazy. I hope everybody that watched this is okay. Before I upload this to YouTube, I'm gonna put a trigger warning, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't get triggered by things, but I did get a little triggered by that. I cried a little bit. and I felt a little anxious while watching that, and that was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to watch. It was tough. That was tough because one of the reasons it was tough is it's just so relatable. It's tough. It's yeah. Stay safe. Sienna Mae doesn't deserve a platform. Point blank. Period. Bada bing. Bada boom. And yeah, go show Jack some love, please. Thanks.